Hey guys, thank you for coming back. If you are new here, welcome to the chaos. It is a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of plants. Today we have a fun one. This is one that I had for years and I struggled with it for the longest. I grow everything outside here in Florida and it kept melting on me. I think we had it for almost a year and a half before I figured it out. And it wasn't until I got really frustrated with it that I literally threw it under my table in the Hoya house and it started growing. And I was like, wait, why is this?
Mommy, what is that for?
And I'll show you in a minute. And then I realized that it's colder on the ground, a little cooler. And it was doing a lot better. So I actually stuck what I had left inside and they took off. I've learned that these are actually really fast growers. They love their water, but they really love that cooler temperature. So this is one of my mama's. It is kind of pretty. It's kind of getting bushy. A little time for a trim. I usually like them to be a little bigger than this before I cut them. But I figured it was perfect to show you guys. All right. So Aspen's gonna help me today. Hold on, can you scoot your booty over just a wee bit? We're working with limited room here. We're a little cramped, aren't we, huh?
I did it. I did it.
Thank you, Bubby. Hey.
I just did a little bit.
So we're gonna
Do it here.
You're good. So we're gonna give this guy a good trim. I tend to do these in single nodes, but they're easy to cut.
Is it on to tone? Is it on to done?
Can you hold the stem right there? Yep, hold that for me. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Now this one, here, let me see it.
Oh no, it's not done.
Let's see for just a second. This one, look at that base. That threw some super wicked color. And you can even see it through.
Oh, plant blood.
It's what?
Plant blood.
Plant blood?
Yeah. Like
Plant blood's good, right? So it's got some, look at that one. That one even through a beautiful half moon. It was even starting to throw a little peduncle right there. Look at that little guy. So all we're gonna do.
1, 2 feet. 1, 2 feet. 1, 2 feet. 1.
Let's just cut them.
Hold on.
Watch your fingers. Give me just a second. You ready?
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
And then I usually leave the top with 2 nodes, and you can see its little growth coming out there. Now these are still solid. They're not limp. I could technically chop right here, but I tend to have a lot better success rate leaving the top a little bit longer.
Where's this here?
So I just literally stick these off to the side.
Where's this together?
And then we're gonna trim the next one back. And what I did on this one is I cut it right here where you can kind of see that, as Aspen calls it, plant blood. And you have this growth coming off too. So what I really love to do is leave a few active growths. I don't trim all the active growths off. One, because I'm too impatient. So this one's kind of ugly. I don't know what happened, but you can see that damage right there. So we're just gonna chop that top off. But the one right below it was that super white one. So we're just gonna leave that one growing. Okay.
Yeah.
There's another one. Now, I don't really let them callus. We just kind of chop until we can't chop anymore. And then we'll stick and dip them. Yeah. All right, so here's a perfect example. All right, so as we're going around trimming, where'd it go? Here it is. So off on this strand, that's
This? With this bolt.
off on this strand, right there.
Mommy,
There's a new growth coming out right there. So I'm actually just going to trim it to right above there.
this one just broke when it touched it.
It just broke when you touched it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What was that? You want to show them? All right, I mean, that looks yucky at the bottom.
Yeah. They from this one.
Came from that one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say this whole bottom's probably yucky. I think this one rooted outside during the hurricane. You just pull that out.
Oh.
All right, let's dig it out. Let's see what we got. All right, so let's take off the top sheath. So the top growth is gone.
I just cut this off.
It's okay. But look, what color's that?
Dang!
Green. So we got some good green left. So we actually will probably be able to save this and let it come back. That's the one part about the hurricanes is a lot of plants tend to do kind of crappy. And we get left with stumps. But they always come back. Ooh, look.
What?
So you can see a nice green that's left, but the whole top is just gone. And when you push on it, it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. And if you were like, I can just kind of literally cave out all that mushiness. Yeah, baby. So we'll get that like all rinsed out, clean it up, and then we'll repot it again. I'll cut off any dead here at the top. But honestly, I just kind of clean the majority off with my fingers, see what comes off. So I'm kind of ripping some of those good nodes, or some of those old nodes off right there. So we're just ripping that. You have a few left here. Oh, it's starting to rain.
Oh
no. Maybe it will be over quick. All right, let's see if we can do this super quick. You ready?
What? Yeah.
All right. So I'll finish trimming this up later, but we'll at least get these potted up. And we'll show you guys how we pot these up. Aspen, do you want to help me pot these?
Yeah. In the rain?
Why not? Hey, so we always have just a whole tray. I'm actually gonna leave this as one. The reason why is because that was cut before. Now another node will activate from this side if I was to trim it right here. You'd have another one activate from here, but I'd rather not. And then I could, and that would be that cut right there. So then the next cut available would be right here. But those are still kind of floppy, not to where I would want to cut it. So I'm just going to leave this as a whole.
Bill, I moved this for you so you don't do it on here.
Oh, thank you.
You're done.
All right, you want to dip and pot them for me? All right.
Which one's so better?
Okay, you want to show them? So we just make whole solid trays like this.
Where do I put it at now?
We're just going to go in a line.
Okay.
And I'm going to cut them for you so that way you can just stick them in there.
Hey, I need that.
Yep, and we just use rooting hormone. I took it out of the original container just to make it easy. We'll leave that one solid.
Put it on the side.
Trim.
I didn't do on this one. I didn't.
What, on this one? You didn't put any on that one?
I did.
You did? Oh, okay.
No, I didn't do it on the side. Say it on the side. I didn't.
Oh, it's okay. That's it. So by the end of this, we would have a whole tray full of these.
But need to do this.
And they actually root up really quickly. And these ones we root up inside too. We don't root them up outside. This is just one of those heat-sensitive varieties. I can't tolerate it out here. Sometimes during winter, I'll tend to leave them. Make sure we take that in. Sometimes during winter, I'll tend to leave them out here, but not as often. It's just one.
Why do I need to make sure?
So we don't lose it, because we can save it.
But I show me.
You're okay. I lost my train of thought. But that way we can just keep a closer eye. There's just ones that it's okay. Grow better inside for us.
I need to do with the 3.
Boop, boop.
I don't need
Dip and
help.
stick.
I don't need help.
Oh, you don't need help. I am so sorry.
I did do 2 at a time.
Oh, now you're going to do 2 at a time? I like it. Show me. You gotta be gentle with them. There you go. All right. How about you just put them right there?
No, there.
Oh, you want them? Okay.
It was hard for me to reach over there when it's right there. Because I need to throw in this table.
Do you like this?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
We always have a lot of fun with the kids. Oh, careful.
Before they sit there, also.
Yeah, it's together. It's one piece. We want to leave it together. We don't want to rip it in half. And just start your next row right here, baby. Okay.
Thank you, Mommy.
You are so welcome. Thank you for helping me.
You're welcome.
And that's it. Pretty quick, painless. We always put fertilizer in here to begin with too. Controlled release
I was gonna
fertilizer.
put my feet in there. I didn't know Bears was right there.
Last two plants, baby. But that is it. If you have any questions growing the Hoya polyneura, don't hesitate to ask. They're all pretty similar though. The outer, inner, and they've all been super stable. Now I will say I do have a lot of the outer that will produce all white strands. And they tend to just stay all white. They don't prop very good. There's no chlorophyll in it, so they won't prop. But it creates a beautiful accent when you have a beautiful white strand. High five. When you have a nice, gorgeous white strand kind of going through here. The only downside to that is if you maybe overwater it, change in draft, anything like that. Sometimes that all white can melt off really easy, and then you're just kind of left with one single bald strand, and then you can't really prop it. They don't prop good because there's no green. There's no chlorophyll to give it life, so you just tend to die. But this is one of the mamas. I hope this helps you. Now, as far as temperature-wise, since we do grow them inside, I'm always cold. I'm always freezing. So our house, we tend to keep at 77 degrees, and then we drop it down to 70 or 69 at night, and they thrive. Now, I do have a whole slew of them growing in our storefront, and that we tend to keep roughly the same 77 during the day and then 72, 73 at night. And they grow okay. I low-key like growing them better at home. There's just only so much space inside my house to grow these. This is one that I wish grew a little bit better outside, but we make it work. They are super fast-growing, super rewarding plants, so it's definitely one that I highly recommend.
Mommy, I don't hold this.
Okay, thank you. And I haven't really had any issue with the outer variegated reverting on me. They'll go all white on me sometimes, but not really green, which has been really nice. The inner variegated, it's pretty stable too, but I've recently had one that started to revert, and I was like, oh, that's a little weird. That's the only time I've ever had that. So definitely highly recommend it. Definitely a fun grower. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments below, and I'll happily answer them, or I can make another video. Otherwise, that is the babies. Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
See you guys next week.